All right, and let's go and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out another character guide for Soulstone survivors. But more specifically, this is looking at the Pyromancer because in this last 2-year anniversary update that involved introduced the Cursed Captain, they added artifact power for 2 other characters. One of them being the Pyromancer, the other one being the Arcane Weaver. We'll showcase the Arcane Weaver in our next video. But the Pyromancer, let's talk about him. As you can say, I actually put a little bit more time into the Pyromancer. I have unlocked his entire skill tree. That's represented by the fact that I have this cool ensemble equipped on him from his base one. That's what you get for basically unlocking the entire tree. But also his artifact power I have with his weapon is the Phoenix Rebirth. Releases Phoenix that fly around you, causing damage and applying burn. I have unlocked the artifact power for all of his weapons to check what it has out. For the lightning one, the Stormcaller, we have Dazed that gets afflicted on enemies. For the Shard of Chaos, it is Disarray that the Phoenix gives you. And for the Damnatus Spire's Shadows, it is Doom that it applies. But this is Pyromancer, and one of the things that I feel is really lacking on the Pyromancer is that I never felt like his fire builds were particularly strong for this character. And now that he's got a new artifact power that gives him a little bit more burn, I'd like to give it another go. So with this, we're going to go ahead and check out the skills that I'm probably going to end up using. I've really been showcasing the skills specifically that are on the weapon, trying to get them to work as best as I can. So we'll be taking Fire Slash right here. We are going to be keeping Fire Walk. It's actually incredibly good. Firewall is also insanely good. Weakness, of course, increases the damage that enemies take from our negative status effects, and it does damage every 0.5 seconds. That's pretty stellar. We're also probably going to end up taking Arcane Power because that gives us that multi-cast chance. And then from there, we are either going to be taking Combustion or Flame Wave. Or maybe both of those. Probably both of those, actually. I'm not a big fan of a Firebolt or Flamethrower. Flamethrower is good, but I like to have extra oomph behind there. And I believe one of these skills, I actually can't see what I was looking for. Oh, Meteor Shower. That is the other one I'm going to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Okay, yeah. So that's where we're going to be working on this. Fire Slash, Fire Walk, Fire Wall, Meteor Shower because it does damage based on the stacks of burn you have. Combustion just so we can spread more fire. And then Fire Wave just because of the fact that it's going to help us spread that shatter to reduce enemy armor. For our runes, I am going to be using Versatility Runes of Weapon Expert, Reroll Mastery, and Material Harvest as our standard. And for our Tenacity Runes, we have Dash Mastery, Multicast Mastery, Divine Legacy, and Searing Intensity. Increase all damage you cause by 0.5% per stack of burn, or shattered on target up to a maximum of 25%. And seeing as how one of our skills would give us shattered, and all of our skills are going to give us burn, there should be no reason we wouldn't have that additional 25% damage. As far as our skill tree goes, I of course have completed the entire skill tree, but our trait is Wrathful Focus. The Pyromancer may now concentrate into an attempt to become Ascended, which allows her to quickly launch Draconic Flames at random enemies until her concentration is depleted. The Pyromancer can lose concentration when taking damage. So, of course, you want to take every opportunity in order to basically take every trait that's going to increase our trait of Wrathful Focus. Essentially, whenever she's running around, she'll basically gather focus on her own, and then you find a fire portal. Whenever you have a full bar, you activate it, and you basically go into Draconic Flame mode and do a crap ton of damage. It's really insane. With this build, we're going to be very speedy. We're going to be very fast. There's actually going to be so much flame on the screen, it's going to be hard to see, so I'm actually going to turn down the intensity. So we're going to check that out. If you like the sort of build guides, you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you think of the guide, and let's jump into it. Of course, we are doing the first level, the Scorching Valley, because of the fact that it is the easiest map to accomplish. We've got the full 62 curse here. And of course, like I said, easy map because of the fact it doesn't have a danger level modifier on it that increases like this. So that way, if you aren't max level, you don't have a full rune tree or a skill tree, not all the runes, whatever, you can still see how effective this can be whenever you're able to get up here. Hell, even this build could still potentially get you past those thresholds of like curse 3, curse 4 if you're stuck around this area. So let's go ahead and check it out. So one of the things you're going to notice right off the bat is that I also have like a flame shield around me, and this thing is great. This is actually part of the skill tree. And let me go ahead and turn something down. I'm going to go ahead and turn my graphics down here. I'm going to do about like 60%, just because of the fact it's going to be kind of hard to see everything on screen. But this flame shield around me, this is actually part of the Pyromancer's skill tree. This is not a skill I've taken. And I have actually become rather, happy to have picked this up, or like realize how strong this thing is. Because you can see, I can pretty much walk into enemies here at the start, and they're pretty much dead says right immediately. So we did just fill our full Draconic bar right there, as you can see. And like I said before, whenever you fill up the Draconic bar, we'll see a flame portal open up, and we can go ahead and take that, and we take on a fire form. And we start casting these draconic flames. If you look there in the bottom right hand corner, we're also causing so many abilities to fire off. We also have 3 of those phoenixes going out doing fire damage. Now, honestly, for me, it's kind of hard to tell where these phoenixes are. I haven't really seen an effect from them, even with like the effects turned all the way up, but I'm sure they're there doing damage. Those phoenixes do a lot of damage, by the way. It says they do about 2,500 base damage on their own, so I can only imagine what those things are doing to the enemies. It's going to be a lot of extra damage that builds up. We have 14 skill points before our next set of lords should spawn. And I think we're about to have we already have a Draconic Flame Portal already spawning. This thing spawns really insanely fast. We do got to remember we have Firewalk here, so that's going to be very important for whenever we start fighting Lords here in a second, because of the fact that, both these skills are really good. I'm not going to lock them. Oh, having that ignition point, really good. We're not going to take Spontaneous Combustion because of the fact that we already, you know what, we'll take it. I wasn't going to, but it might allow for another status ailment to pop up. I think burn goes into... Is burn going to poison? Is that what it is? It's one of those two. Let's go ahead and start removing skills that we don't need. Combustion is going to be really good. Increased damage modifier of all your fire skills. Also really good. We'll take Merciless. We'll go ahead and Banish again. Firewall, absolutely. So there we go. There's all our skills. And now we're going to take any passives that are definitely going to increase anything about our trait. Wrathful Focus, of course, giving us extra concentration passively. Attack speed of Fire Slash. This is going to be pretty solid. Combustion doesn't do any damage based on it. No. So we're not really going to focus on the damage of Combustion. We're just going to let it there, be the way it is. I didn't mean to actually pick that. I meant to scroll over to the other skill. But I would rather leave Combustion as is, because we're really only taking it for the ability to stack damage. Let me go ahead and walk right through them. And then we're going to come over here, and I'm going to step all over his feet and just let the fire build up there. There we go. All 4 lords down. Easy peasy before the 2-minute mark. Always a good indicator that we are doing fairly well. Gonna take out this tower over here. We do have the increased movement. That is based off of our... I believe that's based off of one of our passes. I could be wrong. I'll go ahead and work on killing these enemies. The things that I'm looking to accomplish here is to increase area size of our skills, so that way, like our combustion here, as well as our firewalls, become big enough to like basically swamp the whole screen. And then whenever our meteors drop in on enemies, they're just going to clobber the entire area based on the amount of fire stacks enemies have on them. So that'll be good news. Next set of lords already showing up, so we can burn. One of the things I think you can do is like just sit around the base of their feet like this, and basically get it to where their ground is already on fire. So while they're already moving towards you, they're already taking a crap ton of damage. We'll do some multicast on our Firewalk, Merciless. Let's see. We'll do that. Wrathful focus. Wrathful focus. Oh, here's our first series of legendary upgrades since it's at, I guess this is level 25? Or, I think something like that. I don't know why I locked both of these. I'm an idiot. Increased duration. Damage increase. Multicast. We should probably could have done potencies there as well. Expansive. And yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's go ahead and take out the shield tower. There we go, and they're all down. 3 minutes 16 seconds. Pretty good time altogether. Taking some damage because it's hard to see some of the effects on the ground. One of the things that I really wish they would add in the game, so if by any chance the developers happen to see this video, which they very well may not, one of the things I think that really kind of struggles with this game is the fact that sometimes it's hard to see what the bad stuff is on the ground. Because the only way that stuff is marked is with those red circles. And I feel like while red is a default neutral color to have to indicate something bad is on the ground, if you're doing something similar to like a fire build or colors that mesh with that fire color, it's going to be hard to see them. I would like an accessibility option that allows me to more or less either change the color of those danger circles on the ground, or at least increase the intensity of those colors so they're much more visible and pop through the flames a little bit easier. We already have our concentration up and filled out. We're going to take that. Multicast Firewall. Let's get some extra health. Let's go ahead and do Fiery Amplification. Fiery Amplification is going to be really good. Multicast on Meteor Shower. Fiery Amplification. Like, anytime we get Fiery Amplification, I think it's going to be just like, it's going to trump a lot of stuff. I'm going to get around K-Thaz here. Ooh. I think we took a lot of unnecessary damage from something. There you go. 4 minutes 34 seconds for 12 lords. It's not bad. I'm hoping to recover some of this damage we're taking, either through levels or by finding some life crystals on the ground somewhere. Either way, I still think we're doing perfectly fine. And I just love how speedy we are in general. Pretty good stuff. Go ahead and work on that shield tower over there. Because enemies can follow us all day, and if they just stay behind us, they're going to die. They're going to walk through our fire, get hit by meteor shower, and they're just going to be eliminated. Our concentration is almost built up after it just got depleted, so that's nice. You have to watch out for the poison on the ground. I'm sure when the lords show up, it's going to be like right here. I might move up a little bit just to be out of the range of some of those AoEs on the ground. There we go. You see a little bit of poison right there. Shouldn't be too much to get around. Do area effect of the conflagration. We don't need wall damage increase on the wall. Instead, what we need is attack speed would be bad. We'll do expansive, behemoth. Oh, area effect, absolutely. And Alfred's actually killing himself by chasing me. Probably fine by me. There he goes. And only 4 more lords left. We're going to take up all those crystals right there. I'm going to run down the sides and across the bottom. Just because, like as I said before in my previous videos, I feel like more enemies spawn along the walls. So if I want to get to the next, batch of enemies, I feel like my best bet is just to run backwards and pepper enemies behind us. leaving death in her wake. And it looks like we're going to run out of our concentration, but honestly, by the time the next set of lords show up, we're probably already going to be top concentration again. You can just see enemies really don't stand a chance. I don't think there's been anything healthy enough to last more than half a second in our flames, which is nice. So our concentration's building back up. It should be finished by the time the lords start moving around and doing any significant thing. I don't really think skill chain is really all that necessary, so I'm actually gonna not hold out on skill chain. Attack speed of the firewall is gonna be pretty good. Multicast into the firewall. More agility, please. That could have been dangerous if we stood in that spin for far too long. Gotta make up our draconic flames. All 4 of them. Nice. So right at 8-minute marker, or 8 minutes 1 second, we managed to complete all 20 of the first lords. I'm gonna go ahead and increase our area effect modifier. That's pretty great. Area effect of the wall, even better. Merciless, merciless. And let's jump into Overlord 1. So far, so good, though. We're making great headway into Overlord 1 with Pyromancer. I'm actually feeling pretty confident and pretty good about the fire build we have. As we get more area effect, I'm going to feel even better with the amount of meteor showers going out and them doing damage based on the burn stacks that are enemies. Apparently we have it. There it is. I was trying to figure out where that Draconic Flame portal was. It was right there in front of me the whole time. I had actually passed by it by literally an inch, not even realizing it. First set of lords is up. We will have our concentration available to us. We actually kind of knew that already, but I'm going to go ahead and circle these guys. Get them all up in my flame. Not going to really worry about Columnmith just yet. There it goes. All hand to stand in there. There we go. Gonna take out the shield tower. And like that, we're almost... I mean, we've kept... Actually, I would say we almost have a full concentration meter again, but I think something happened that allows us to get some concentration back every once in a while. And we accomplished whatever that was. Maybe it's gaining XP? Because whenever I collected that void crystal, it looks like it went up a good little chunk. Where are all the elites at that we're needing to kill here? Is this all of them in the middle? Gonna use our skills while we can. Let's see. Shattered could have been a nice tool to have at some point in time. I don't know what I'd take over that. If I was gonna waste anything, it probably would be something like Firewalk, but Firewalk applies a lot of burn damage for us. So I don't know. I'll do Merciless, Area Effect, Wrathful Focus, Area Effect of Meteor Shower. Get some more movement, more area effect. Merciless. And I really haven't seen a lot of, what should we call it, crit chance, have we? Ooh, there we go. Incinerate. That's what I'm talking about, though. Incinerate's going to be a crazy good for us. Incinerate, of course, making it to where a percentage of our fire damage is dealt up front instead of an area over time effect. You still do the area damage, but like 40% of that damage is dealt every single time we gain a snack on the enemy. So we're going to notice a nice little chunk of enemy health burning really quickly. I think it gets quite noticeable because I think that like, the first stack is like 40%. If you were to get that ability again, it's something ridiculous like 60%. So pretty good stuff overall. Enemies don't stand a chance anymore. I mean, not that they were standing a chance before, but they are going to get absolutely deleted. And the thing is, we've got so much haste. Look at that. We're keeping like 140-ish stacks of haste at all times that we don't even really need to dash anymore. Oh, I can see those phoenixes. They're like kind of flying by us now a little bit. They like fly towards us, converging on us. But I no longer need a dash. I'm just like slow. I'm actually stutter stepping because we have so much haste. I can just afford to move casually. Alright. Lords are getting ready to come up. Let's circle them a bit. There we go. Let's use our skills here. I'm going to go ahead and go with, I'm going to lock this one in place. Actually, I'm going to lock them all. Let's see. 330% damage on the burn's nice. We'll do frequency, damage increase, intense fire. Absolutely. And this is what I mean, like, even with all the intensity, like, our graphic intensity down, it's still getting to the point where we can not see very much of what's going on the ground. If there was a way to intensify those colors to make them more visible, I'd be down for using those options. Alright. And we're actually killing through these elites a lot faster than we were in the previous instance of elites. Let's use the skills we have. Let's see. Wrathful focus. 120% crit chance in our Phoenix form. Or our Draconic Flame form, which is still really good because we're in that most of the time anyway, so we're going to be getting a buttload of extra damage off of the enemies. There we go. Good stuff. Absolutely managed to demolish them with ease. Pick up any loose XP on the ground, and we'll keep moving. And we're already about, what was that? 12 more kills away from our last set of lords. Again, not the fastest build in the world, but still a pretty strong and consistent build. Only thing that's like marginalizes this build on any level is how much effect there is. But again, I've turned this only down to like 60%. If you so wish, if you feel like you need more visual on screen, you can turn this intensity down all the way to 0 if you want. Or 1% or whatever it is. Don't let me set the standard for how you should play your video game. I'm just trying to help out by creating builds that hopefully you guys have been enjoying. And like that, we have all 20 and Overlord 1 done. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and check out our damage, finish the run, and see what we have here. So, Draconic Flame being our #1 damage source because of the fact that we had that uptime on it, pretty much like a 95% uptime, it felt like. 448.7 million. Meteor Shower doing a lot of damage because of the fact it does more damage based off of our burn stacks. Firewalk doing a lot of damage, just leaving patches on the ground for enemies to walk through. Combustion just spreading all the fire with us. Fire Slash and Phoenix Rebirth and Firewall all doing something similar. Phoenix Rebirth actually coming on the lower end of things. It's kind of surprising, actually. But all things considered, it went about as well as I thought it would. Made great time, honestly. 14 minutes, 5 seconds to make it all the way to Overlord 1. Not too shabby. And so again, we'll go ahead and check out our runes, so that way we can take a look at them again. For our versatility runes, we had Weapon Expert, Reroll Mastery, Material Harvest. And for our tenacity runes, we had Dash Mastery, Multicast, and Divine Legacy, as well as Searing Intensity. We didn't actually take Shattered Skill, so that is actually on me. But we did do enough burn damage to basically compensate for that. So maybe next time we try that Flame Wave over Combustion. I don't know. Worth checking out. Might be slightly faster. We'll see. But if you like this sort of build and you want to see more guides like this here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. And until next time, I will catch you all then. Later.